Come on this ride with me for a second. Come on this ride with me. When a person says they're Blackfoot, they're basically saying they're Benin. You can do the same thing in Asia. When a person says they're Benin, they're saying they're Bali. We need to follow the alphabets. You know, a mixed race person just got on the panel at a show for some people in Chicago, and they were talking about the origins of people and the argument because, you know, they want to green on the alphabets, right? A woman from the east side of Chicago and this guy, they got into an argument. So we got to follow the alphabet. You know, we got to follow the letters, you know. So, you know, when a person is saying they're Powhatan, right? That's in Virginia, Powhatan. When they say they're Powhatan, they're basically saying they're Palestinian, you know? So you got to look at the alphabet, you know? We can't get confused about the complexity of things, right? You know, this person is yellow, this person is brown, this person is black. Because again, like when you look at the darkest person in the Blackfoot, right, you're going to see that person is looking like someone from Benin, right? The complexion part only comes in when, you know, the French come along into Benin or come along into North Carolina where the Blackfoot are. That's the only time that happens, right? And again, these are routes, you know, these are routes. So you can't say someone from Delta, Nigeria doesn't look like someone from Delta, Mississippi. We did that video already. We did it. I think like when you look at like how a person may say, this person is not from here or that person is not from here, like that's the wrong perception. You got to really think like, you have freedom of movement. You can settle here, create a settlement, right? It's going to be recorded in the census. Maybe if you even know someone from there or you don't, right? That's not always the case. That's not always the case. So continue to think about that and, you know, try to meet people on the grounds of understanding their culture, right? Because everybody has a culture. Everybody comes from somewhere and they know certain people. They may know this person who you may have known 2-5 years ago. They know a person that you may know through your bloodline or even through just association. So we got to be careful about like understanding where people are like settling at and kind of going and approaching and stuff like that. We got to be very cognizant of that. Like everybody is related somehow, you know? So tribal sense, it's important, but I think the important thing is that America got it right at one time, right? Where everybody was, you know, basically 4/4 human. Then they came in with the 2/3 human. Now you're 1/4 human. Like at one point in time, they got it right. You know, Africa, they're doing the tribal thing. They're starting to turn around to democracy. So it's going to come along eventually. Everybody will start to agree on one thing and one thing will go into another. But, you know, the key thing is that everybody views themselves as humans. You know, that's the only tribe that matters. Because if you don't view someone else as a human, then everything is going to fall apart. You know, that's why you have in America that you have now, where politics can be agreed upon if it's blue or red, right? So, great peace, Yakoki.